Cowboy, making your ideas a reality.
Hi guys, this is Alexander from Solar Leather Machines. I wanted to introduce to you today the CB-16 16-ton clicker. This is a professional machine, heavy-duty industrial clicker made for cutting soft materials like silicone, leather, insulation. You'll see these machines in a lot of different types of industries, from the test sample cutting down to, of course, leather holsters, seals and gaskets. It's a general utilitarian type of hydraulic press. You can use this press to cut through, of course, clicker dies to cut out pieces of leather, but you can also use it to emboss dies into leather, so you get a nice design. You can set the depth of the stroke, of course, and then, of course, you can, if you use a hot die, you can actually get it to emboss into plastics and rubbers as well, you know, if the die is hot enough to melt the design into the product. Generally, overall, you want to talk about the machines, it's about 50 inches tall, it is about 32 inches wide, and it's about 30 inches deep. A little less, more like 28, 29 inches deep. So you could actually get it through the doorway, a standard doorway, if you turn the head a little bit, okay? Weight of the machine is right at 1,400 pounds. As you see, we have it on a crate or a specially made pallet crate here to hold it off the ground and make it easy for the pallet jack to get a hold of. Generally, we suggest keeping it on here so you can move it around your shop as you need. But if you think you've got a space where it's going to stay stable there and you're very comfortable with it, then you can absolutely take it off that, put it on the floor, and operates just fine. It's a very quiet running machine, has a 2 horsepower motor driving it, and a 100-pound flywheel on the inside spinning around making it work. All the parts are replaceable, fairly easily replaceable, and of course it has lifetime warranty from Cowboy. You go through a couple of the options here. What you have here is a double deadman switch here, little micro switches here. You cannot operate this machine if these 2 buttons aren't pressed within milliseconds of each other, okay? You have a stroke adjustment here. How far do you want it to go up and down? You have the ride height wheel. I call it ride height, but it's actually Platen Height. How far off the deck do you want? And this is important because some people have different die heights. You know, maybe you'll have a die that's 5/8 of an inch deep. Maybe you'll have a die that's an inch or an inch and a quarter. I know in our shop we have them all set for an inch and a quarter deep. So generally, if you do have all your dies set one way, you won't have to adjust this ride height very much. But if you do need to adjust it, all you have to do is turn it back and forth, and it will raise and lower the platen head. The head does swing back and forth fairly easily, not a whole lot of effort here, okay? It does have a stroke counter here, and then your controls are over on this side. There's on, off, and there's a power indicator, okay? 220 single phase, so you can plug it into your dryer if you have the right plug, or you can have your electrician drop a line in for home. And of course it runs very well in most environments. Right now it's about 104 degrees, pretty hot. I'm kind of sweating myself. Machine isn't having a problem, all right? As far as the cutting bed is 31.5 inches wide and approximately 16 inches deep. So if you have a die, you know, a fairly large die that will fit on the bed, you should be okay. Swing it over here, click it once, click it twice, should be able to cover that large die. 16 tons is a lot of force. You'd be very surprised how flexible and convenient this machine is. It's my sweet spot for Cowboy products when it comes to the amount of material you can do and the different projects you can do, okay? All right, let's get clicking. The first thing we're going to do here is we're going to click some upholstery leather here. This is it's my nemesis. This red leather is so difficult. Red upholstery leather. It's about 4.5–5 ounces thick. Very difficult to cut, but this machine does it well. So you'll see a lot of this type of leather in handbags, some ladies' wallets, a few other different products. But we'll start here, all right? And we have our standard daisy cutter. So let's turn the machine on. We're going to let it come up to speed. We're going to swing the platen out of the way. Of course, you would never want to put your fingers under that aluminum platen whatsoever for any reason. Stick it in here, okay? Swing it out of the way. Make sure any protruding belly isn't in the way. There we go. Look at that. So easy. Nice clean cut too. Okay. Look at that. Had a few more from my previous cuts. All right. So you can clearly use this to generate a lot of cutting. So that's easy enough. That's an easy test. Let's try some other stuff. All right, let's say we're making some bracelets. We got some nice 5-ounce embossed leather. A little bit tougher stuff here. Tough to cut, tough to shape, but it would probably make a great bracelet. So we got a little bracelet cutter here. Again, all my dies are set to 1 1/4 inches, so I don't have to adjust the ride height on the machine. Look at that. How easy is that? As I've said it before, if you have, you're selling these bracelets at $3 a pop, get some nice snaps on them, $3, $3, it adds up really quick. And this is great for using up those scraps. You're finding money in your scrap bin. How great is that? All right, so what is that? Four of these inside of 5 seconds or so, maybe 6. All right. So there you go. No problem. All right, let's try some thicker stuff. Okay, we've got an anchor piece here, and we're using it's about 11-ounce latigo or so, kind of stiff stuff, pretty tough stuff. Would you ever really use this? I don't know, but we're gonna test it out. Normally, you might use this on something to hold a stirrup or some kind of anchor point or something. So we're gonna go ahead and use it here. Okay, a little bit of contour in the leather, as you can see. We'll see if that makes any difference at all. And there you go. I guess the answer is not. No problem cutting through that. Okay, just that quick. I mean, how long would you normally be spending trying to cut that out by hand? I mean, I've done it before. I've cut this shape out by hand, and I can tell you, you'd be there for 20-30 minutes trying to get that shape, and then trying to pound in the fastener holes. So there you go. That's great. Let's try one more. Okay, so we've got some 12-ounce buffalo veg tan that we sell here, and pretty stiff stuff. Okay, and we've got our trusty phone case die here. So we're going to see how this is. Okay, we're just going to place it here. Look at that. Nice and clean. No problem with that. Might even get a second one. There we go. Okay, so we're all done clicking. Let's turn the machine off. So, as we said before, this is our 16-ton clicker, the CB-16. This is Alexander from Solar Leather. It's hot out here, man. It's really bearing on me. Try our website. It's www.solar-leather.com. You can always give us a call. Our phone number is 817-366-8105. Let us know if we can answer any of your questions. Let us know if we can help point you in the right direction for equipment. Thanks again. Talk to you later.